Hey, let's have a look at the garden. It is October the 26th of 2023, and we still got gardening going on. Let's see what we got. We got the sweet potatoes. We got the cayenne peppers. We've got well over 200 peppers already off this plant. There's another 50 or so on there on those two plants. The blueberries are starting to turn colors. We'll just go on down the side here and we'll take a look at the blackberries and raspberries. Look at that. Big change. Big difference. We got the arch panels up. I think we've got raspberries going all the way from the right to the left. But hopefully next year we'll have a lot of berries. Right out of the berries, we've got garlic planted here now. We had dill and cilantro. I did plant some dark red kidney beans here in the back in August and hadn't done much. Got quite a few peppers off this jalapeno. The sunchokes are well over 10 feet tall. Have had some pretty blooms. I think I posted a few pictures of them. The artichoke has gotten big, but no artichoke. Maybe next year? I don't know. Planted a couple sweet potato vines. I'll have a separate video for that. I just put 2 sweet potato cuttings in there. We'll see if we get any sweet potatoes off of that. And this cherry tomato was volunteer. Been getting some off of it. The okra just went crazy. I mean, it's, I don't know, 9 feet tall, a good 8 foot tall. We've gotten a ton of okra. The cucumbers did fairly well. Pulled those last month, and I've got some turnips planted. A couple rows of turnips there. A couple rows of turnips here. We got a volunteer, I think that's a dill. Volunteer dill and a volunteer little cabbage, and we got the Brussels sprouts. Had them covered in the net and it's helped. Still had to pick out a few bugs here and there, but I don't know that we'll get any Brussels sprouts. We'll see what happens. They look good up top, but we've got those 2. And then we've got those 2 over there. And they're a little bit shorter, but I don't know. We'll see. It's October 26th, and we've got cold weather coming for Halloween. So I think these beautiful tomato plants here are not going to make it. We're supposed to get down in the low 30s, upper 20s for Halloween. But these Jetstar tomatoes, these plants here are just loaded down with some tomatoes and nice thick stalks on them. They were suckers that suckers that I pulled off that plant over here and cloned, and they just turned into some beautiful plants. Yeah, we got quite a few tomatoes off of those 2 Jetstars, and we had the 2 Romas here. One of them died a little sooner, but I mean, it's just loaded down. I'm gonna have to get those picked in the next today or tomorrow. We've got the Swiss chard here that you just cannot kill. I've been feeding it to the chickens. They love it. Got the 2 cayenne peppers here. We've gotten well over 200 peppers off of those 2 as well. The cherry tomatoes, sweet 100s, they were just ridiculous. And the zinnia's still blooming. We had these spaghetti squash on this trellis. We got probably 15 or so spaghetti squash off those 3 plants. And then these 2 bell pepper plants have done wonderful. I think they are California Wonder. But we're gonna have to get those picked. This cold weather coming. What else we got? Yeah, we just Jetstar just loaded with tomatoes. I did get a couple of onion sets planted in here with our banana pepper. It was supposed to be a jalapeno. Got the mustard greens, they've been doing well. The chickens love those also. Got the pole bean here on this little trellis in this pot. Those zinnias and okra pretty much done. The bell peppers in the pot have done wonderful. Gotten dozens off those two plants. And then that's the clone tomatoes, the back side of those. I got some bush beans hidden in there. We've gotten some beans off those as well. And the sunchokes over here. I think my buddy David Martin was the only one that noticed the shop vac in the last video. We've gotten some tomatoes off of it. They were supposed to be cherry tomatoes, but that's pretty big for a cherry tomato. Eggplants didn't do too well. I did pull one to put in the greenhouse over winter. Backside of the sunchokes, green beans pretty much done that were over here. The asparagus, it's looking wonderful. So hopefully come springtime we can harvest some asparagus. And then the Roma tomato, it's well over 6 foot. Got quite a few tomatoes off of it out of the asparagus. But winter time is fast approaching, so got to get some stuff pulled. The sage was really the only herb over here that did any good. We did get a couple watermelons off the watermelons that were here. The sunflowers were looking beautiful. And over here in the lettuce beds, we've got, this is from August. This lettuce here was planted in August. Tucker wants some kisses. What are you doing, buddy? Say hi. Hi, Tucker. All right, Tuck. Lettuce bed looking great. Got the, that was planted in September. Little successional planting on the lettuce. Got the green leaf and the chicory here. Got the nasturtium has just blown up. I've got cabbage behind it. Can't even see it. But there's, I think, 10 cabbage plants back there. With the more Swiss chard. A dill plant that I actually planted a seed and it came up. I actually had cilantro and dill both planted in here back in August, and that was the only seed that came up. So I've turned it into a mustard green bed. And it's doing very well. And I've picked quite a few. You can see where we've been picking off the bigger leaves. The chickens love that stuff. This volunteer tomato that I put over here did really well. Still got some tomatoes on it. Hear the chickens over there. They're wanting some snacks. Sweet potato. See where Mr. Tucker's been digging in those. Yep. He likes eating sweet potatoes. The vine went over here to where we had the yellow squash. I've let it vine over here. It's blooming, so hopefully it's making some. I'll have to pull that before it gets too cold. Go ahead and feed these sweet potato vines to the chickens too. They love those. The 8 or so okra we had over here did good. Only thing left over here is the green beans. They did really well. And the cucumbers that we had over here did well. We've got 3 red cabbage. I'm not sure if they're gonna make or not, but I've been fighting those things right there. Those cabbage moths. That white moth that flew by earlier in the video. The chickens will eat those. The greenhouse is about full. I've got 2 beds that need some dirt for next year. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment. Hit that thumbs up. Until next time, have a great day.